Yeah. Hi. Hi.
To start with, can you tell me something about your current profile?
Sure. My name is Mahendra. I'm currently working with Symantec. I have 6 years of experience in IT and system administration, and I started off with the desktop support in GNT and Portec. Then I worked as a system administrator in IBM. Then again as a system administrator again in Capgemini, and that was for 3 months in Capgemini. Last from 1.5 year working with Symantec for as a technical support engineer. As we supporting backup software, it's our own software, Symantec Backup Exec. So we troubleshoot on the phone and remote, by remote. It's completed. Excuse me. I also completed MCSA and CCNA certification, and that's it.
What are the challenges you face in your current profile?
Um, Current profile as currently I'm in German support due to I'm getting working in general shift. So due to that, I have to translate the things like the job log and customer. I mean I'm getting translator, but it's hectic job to uh, translate everything and then troubleshooting troubleshooting. That's it.
So, in last 3 months, what difference do you make to your company?
Uh, in Semantic, you say. Semantic, I'm working with 1.5 years. Uh,
So, in last 3 months or 6 months,
yeah,
what different things you did
yeah,
in your
right,
company?
right. Um, one of the things I did, you know, they promoted me from the different tier. We previously I used to work with the basic core backup software, and now I started taking calls on a VMware that is tier two, and Exchange and Lotus tier three, and tier four is for Oracle and NDMP and Linux as well. So I explored my knowledge in uh, other tiers as well in last 3 months. Not in 3 months, I'd say more than 6 months.
So, how do you rate yourself in networking knowledge?
Networking knowledge out of
Out
five,
of 10?
yeah, so 10 you can say around eight.
Yeah.
Eight, yeah. Yeah, I'm not very comfortable with VLAN and all those stuffs.
So, can you tell me something about the hub? What is it?
Yeah, it's a device that simply it's work on a physical layer and which is um, you can say it's a dumb device. It just transfer the data as whatever we have, whatever comes in, then it transfer data to. You can disconnect the hub and it's used for a small network.
Okay, so what is the major difference between a hub and a switch?
Switch works on layer two, and it works on a hardware IP address, hardware IP MAC address, and switch hub works on a IP address.
Okay, so what is the MAC address?
MAC address is a unique IP, a unique address assigned to every hardware.
Okay.
So maybe your NIC card, your router, switch, everything has a unique IP MAC address. It's 32-bit.
So can you tell me something about the OSI layer?
Sure. It's there are 7 layers. One from bottom, physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport station, application, and presentation layer. So it's define the how data travel from source to destination. So it's start from top and then travel to bottom. From bottom, from source physical layer, it talks to destination physical layer, and then data travels.
But what is the functionality of physical layer?
Uh, Not really. I'm not able to recall right now.
Any layer you remember?
Yeah. Transport layer. Yeah. Transport layer is help in transporting the data from source to destination. That's it.
So do you know any difference between TCP and UDP?
Yeah. UDP is more reliable than TCP, and yeah, there are some one more is TCP is directly connected, and UDP is not directly connected,
Mm.
and that's it.
Do you know some practical applications of say TCP and UDP? I will give you an example.
All right.
Video streaming.
Video
Video
stream.
streaming.
Yeah.
From which protocol it was? TCP or UDP?
Not sure.
Can you tell me what is the use of a gateway in a network?
Sure. This gateway it before before communicating with device, the gateway talks to the gateway first. Any device talks to the gateway.
So
So
what is the use?
it's for communication purpose.
It helps us communicating between two networks, right?
Right.
So I have two workstations
Mm.
and they have details. So one has details, the
Correct.
other has details.
Correct.
So can I see
Uh,
if I'm best to
no,
details?
because it's if it's there in the router in between, then you can ping it. Otherwise, it isn't.
What?
Because in this we have two different networks, 10 dot and this is 1 dot. So won't be able to ping.
Say I have a network.
Right.
Okay. There is a firewall.
Okay.
And there is a client over the internet. And say this is our corporate internet web server.
Mm-hmm.
And this client wants to reach this server. How can we do it? Here is the first firewall.
So this is what web server.
Yeah, inside our network.
Okay.
And this client is on internet somewhere outside the network.
Okay.
And I want to communicate this client with this web server. What options do we have?
We have NAT option. So we can configure NAT so that we can define this define a public IP address to this so that actual IP address will be different than so we can suppose define public IP address here in the firewall. So if client want to access this web server, then They will access via access the IP address of this firewall. This is the concept of NAT.
Any other option?
Uh,